Hello everyone, welcome to Sunburned Albino Platinum Relic Time Trial Tutorials. We're starting with Sanity Beach. We're going to go through every level in this goddamn awesome game. And it'll be a great time, you know? You want Platinum Relics? You got them here. I'm not saying I'm like no pro person, but, you know, we can definitely make some things happen. So I'm just going to let the run play in the background real quick while I continue introducing what's going on here. And then, you know, we'll be able to go back and, like, look at specific moments and decisions that are made at different things. But, yeah, everything's gonna be good. I'd like to do it for all the Crash games. And, yeah, any Platinum trial I can get, I'm gonna put it up here. And you can see exactly all the tactics used that will then further your thing. And then I like to let it just go, you know, by itself the first time, because some people just learn by watching. Like, they don't need specific instructions. They're just like, oh, that's a route that I never thought of before. Like, oh, look at that. So, yeah, there's that. Now let's start that shit back over. I'm in iMovie. It's not ideal, but it's a thing that's happening. So, first off, I know that it starts, like, a second into the run, because the clip cut off at the beginning, and I don't know why that is. But it won't happen again, unless it does, and I ignore it once more. But, yeah, what you can't see is that when you start time trials and the clock is, like, right, you know, like, it's in the path of you going forward, what you want to do is, like, jump over it, kind of, and then sort of hit it from the back, like, on your downward swing. So you want to jump to where you're going to land, like, on the back ass end of the clock, because that'll save you, like, you know, a couple tenths of a second, rather than just running through and hit the front of it. You'll be at a closer distance. So we're going in here. This crab coming up is pretty much of no consequence. You can either, you know, hit him through the Aku Aku mask, and he will also break this box sometimes. But yeah, again, it doesn't really save you any time. It's just something, it's one less input for you, I guess. Because running and spinning, you know, spinning doesn't really slow you down at all. So it's fine. Like, you know, you're not really losing time if you don't break that box with the crab. And then we come up here. Now this part, we've got the part with the arrow, the jumping, and then there's the 3 above it, or maybe it's a 2. I think it's a 3. Let's find out. I actually couldn't tell, but I think that was a 3. But yeah, you do that, you ignore the arrow box completely, just jump right over it and spin. That's the way to get that done a lot faster. And then we jump over these gaps, and then this crab sort of is going to dictate how the next 5 seconds of your run goes. You can either choose to spin the crab just completely away, in which point you would then want to jump on the Aku Aku mask yourself and then use that as a springboard to then get the time box behind it. But mostly, you're probably just going to be breaking just a random assortment of boxes with this crab and then dealing with the aftermath. So this crab broke the Aku mask, and then we come up here, and it broke actually all 4 of the boxes that are right here as well. Which, isn't bad. I think it'd save you maybe a little bit of time if you were able to jump up there and bounce off that box onto the next ledge instead. Just like the slightest bit, like a tenth, maybe 2 tenths. But it's fine either way, so dealing with that, you know, you just jump up this way. And then you definitely want to make sure that you are jumping on top of this box to get to the ones up there. Yes. And then don't spin too early, or you'll only break the boxes in front right there. You want to spin sort of at the very top of your jump, even slightly afterwards as you're heading back down, just to make sure that you land on the platform and break every box in that way. And then from there, it's just, you know, basic hops to the next thing. And then here we're going to get our first invincibility. So Aku Aku invincibility lets you run faster. That's why it's a very valuable thing to get. And once you get it, but one thing, very important thing to mention is that you only increase your speed when you're on the ground. If you're jumping, your jump is going to revert to your original speed. If you're in the air, you're going to revert to your original speed. So you'll see that, like, you know, we're sprinting fast, but then, like, when you jump, you still kind of just lose a little bit of speed. The camera starts to slow down a bit. That's why you want to short hop everywhere that you possibly can. Just short hop over the gaps, and then that's good. And then with these little toppled over things, you would think to yourself, like, oh, just jump completely over them. But it's actually better if you land on top of them and then run off, because that way you're in the air for less time, and you can have that invincibility speed bonus. So you come down here, get that box that was hiding over back this way, and then this is where we discover that Aku Aku has sort of a blast radius when he's got invincibility. So what we're going to do is aim for the direct middle, like, intersecting line of these boxes, run right through that, and then it's going to break all of them. You don't have to, like, hit the box with the mask. It has a little bit of splash damage, so that's good. Then we're going to break this, and then you wait for about 4.5 of the boxes to appear, and then you want to just sprint down that shit. Yeah, there you go. That's good timing. And that's about... There's going to be a lot of variable to your timing if you're doing that. That's kind of one of the more important sections of the level in terms of shaving, like, those precious hairs off your time. And then your mask is going to run out pretty much as soon as you jump over this gap, and you're going to want to just short hop onto the platform, and then you've got your good time. 25:16, it's not the best I ever got, but it's pretty close. When I got 25:09, I bounced off the Aku Aku box into that one... time trial box at that little tower part, but that might have just been that I also had a better timing on the running across with the mask. But basically, that's what you get when you watch a video like this. Platinum Relic right there. You take the tips that I give you, you can apply them to your own style of play, and you'll get Platinum Relics that way, pretty much. I'll be interspersing some, level-specific things, but also just overarching helpful things like mindset things as well throughout the level, so stick around for that. This was just the first of many, baby. So yeah, like, share, and subscribe and whatnot, and I will see you guys next time.